Tonight, a new bombshell. A new asshole enters the villa. And she looks just like me.
Because it's spooky, scary skeletons with something in the butts.
Huh?
I don't know the words. But what I do know is look at this shot glass. She's so cute. Oh, she makes having an alcohol addiction so aesthetically pleasing. Did that low-key give bestiality? I don't know. Because, babe, I love you so much that I just have to make sure I love you so much by putting my dick into my hot friend. I thought we were just colleagues, but in the Monday meeting, I did show him my pussy. I have nothing else to say, cause what the fuck?
And it's pathetic and a little bit pathetic how we both get all obsessive just to act just like we're strangers. You got me in the choco tight as a noose.
Well, hello. Oh, sorry, I gotta get into character. Quick! Somebody find me a dragon to put my tail into. Y'all remember that in Avatar when they put their tails in the animals? Did that low-key give bestiality? I don't know. I'm not here to say. Who am I? All right, you already know who it is. It's your girl. I'm blue and I'm
Y'all really are obsessed with me.
So, yeah, nailed it. Yeah, no, for real though. It's your girl Lilac. You already know the best day to wear a Halloween costume is November 2nd. So, you know, just in case you didn't know, fashionably late. And yes, two things. Number one, I heard the blue skin paint makes your teeth look extra yellow. So if my teeth look like candy corn, then get into the season and just think that it's delicious, bitch. And number two,
Don't you laugh at me in my house.
damn it, I forgot. Oh, how could I forget? Yeah, my arms. My torso. Okay, it took me forever to paint this face. And one thing about me, I think I can do a bunch of shit on my own that I cannot do. Like, I thought I could paint my whole body like this and go out. And let me tell you, baby, if I even tried, half of my ass would have still been brown and half would have been blue. And I would have been like, it's a yin-yang symbol. It's an artistic choice. So yeah, I'm not fully painted because I don't want to. It's been a rough week and I don't want to. So just, babe, do me a favor and get into the fantasy, okay? It's spooky / now it's Thanksgiving season, okay, I guess. So we're gonna get back into some Reddit stories. Cause it's spooky, scary skeletons with something in the butts.
Huh?
I don't know the words. But what I do know is look at this shot glass. She's so cute. Oh, she makes having an alcohol addiction so aesthetically pleasing. Ew. All right, so yeah, you know the deal. You know what it is. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Listen to my music. The fuck? Like, actually, what's wrong with you that I keep having to ask you to do that? I thought we were friends, and it's actually very fake of you and disingenuous. Little whore. Not you, me, because I have my little slutty shoulder. What the fuck is wrong with me, y'all? I don't know. But yeah, listen to my music. Don't be fucking rude about it. And we're gonna get right into it. I look so cool right now. I can just tell. This is why I shouldn't body paint. I don't know how to act. I literally cannot stop staring at myself. Girl, is you gonna eat that ant or not? Because you keep playing with the poor man. Y'all can probably literally hear her smacking. She just ate a bug. And honestly, rip to that man. I'm sorry to that man. Also, please let me know if you want me to do other shit. Because y'all haven't made me viral yet. Right? So that's the problem, bestie boo. That's the problem. So let me know what I need to do to entertain you. Because are you not fucking entertained? Like, I watch my own shit back and I be hee ha haing. So I know y'all be laughing. So why the fuck you ain't shared this video and my past videos with your aunt, sisters, cousin, uncles, grandmas, Christmas trees, turkeys, pilgrims.
So, I just returned from having a...
I am going to try to green screen myself into the Avatar environment, but I can just tell that this couch is going to maybe throw off the vision. Okay, and also the mic. Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Zorp. I'm your Avatar podcast host. Actually, what the fuck was the planet called? Pandora. Duh. I should know that. This is the only Avatar I was allowed to watch. Hi. Welcome back to Pandora. Not the box. Oh, actually, if an Avatar started an OnlyFans, Pandora's box would be good ass username. Just telling you, just letting you know that was for free. Little tidbit for you. Welcome back to welcome back to Pandora's podcast. We're being attacked by white people. Yeah, so are we, sis. Okay. You already know what time it is. And I just saw that Demi Lovato was Poot for this year's Halloween, Slay Queen. And for that, a beautiful rendition of the song that we know and love. Am I the devil? Out of control. Spent too much time already, but you already know. Okay. Are you sad? Because you need to be. All right. I broke my wife and I don't think it is fixable. This happened 6 months ago. And I only choose to talk now because I don't see improvement in sight and I am hopeless. We were at a party. Let me paint the scene. Oons, 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 oons. Woo! Oh my god, I love your tiny shot glass. That makes our alcoholism look so cute. My friend is single and we started talking about love and relationships. Love? Oh my god, yeah, relationships. My wife and I have been happily married for 7 years, so we all know where the fuck this is going, and it literally is that same guy. Listen, men. Okay, no. I'm going to need to know why every man on Reddit has a crush on their best friend. But then you start dating a girl and you're like, oh, I wish you were her, damn it. Fucking weirdos.
I just wanna not be stupid when I'm reading Reddit stories. Can somebody tell me who I gotta ask, cause I need a brain, and I didn't know how to end it.
I don't know where the fuck I got that his friend is a female and he has a crush on her. I don't know where I pulled that out of. Probably my ass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is my editing shirt, can you tell? Okay, bye. My wife and I have been happily married for 7 years. We have 3 beautiful children. She is the lure of my life, and that's why I have to cheat with my friend tonight.
Bruh.
Because, babe, I love you so much that I just have to make sure I love you so much by putting my dick into my hot friend. Babe, how do we know our relationship will stand the test of time if you don't let me fuck other people? When I was talking to my friend, I felt like we were on different levels of thinking. His complaints are mostly superficial about how the people he dated looked. Oh, so this is a guy friend. So fuck everything I just said, right? All right. So when I was talking to my friend, I felt like we were on different levels of thinking. His complaints are mostly superficial about how the people he dated looked. I was a bit drunk at that point. Oh no. And said something like, you don't fall in love with looks. Look at me and my wife. She's fucking ass ugly, bro. And I pipe her down annually, quarterly even. So this is already off to a bad start. You don't fall in love with looks. Look at me and my wife. I love her more than anything compared to my ex who was just looks. Y'all at this party, right? Oons, 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 oons. Shots, shots, shots. Everybody. Yeah, my wife is fucking ugly. Dude. You gotta get your priorities straight, bro. My wife is a fucking tanker beast of a woman. She is a butterface, except even the body's bad. My ex? Oh my god. The face and the boobs and the ass on her. But that's not what it's about. You gotta get yourself an ugly, ugly, ugly duckling. Because then she'll never leave you. I wish I knew how old this person was. Okay, everyone went silent. Wait, how loud were you saying this? Okay, I'm sorry to keep reverting back to this, but we're gonna keep reenacting this. Oons, 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 oons. Oh my god, this party's fucking crazy. Somebody just got the Four Locos. Keep in mind, I'm assuming these people are fully like in their 30s or 40s, and I'm still gonna assign you the drink of Four Loko because you're giving Four Loko energy. Okay? Oons, 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 oons. His friend's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Just wish I had hot women around me. Everyone's dancing, vibing, drinking. This fucking guy's like, yeah, dude, my wife's fucking a hideous Sasquatch. But, dude, it's not about the warts and the disgusting mold on her face. It's about her heart. But you know, if we did want to compare, my ex is way hotter than my wife. Way hotter than my wife. Good God. I should text her. No. Yeah, my wife's fucking ugly. My wife is so much uglier compared to my ex. Guys? Why'd the music stop? Oh, really? You guys have met my ex and my wife. You know that Jennifer is way hotter. I can't help that. Guys, I'm not a bad guy. I'm being logical. Everyone was silent and my damage control was worse, so I ended up shutting the hell up. What was the damage control? I can tell you what it was. Bing. Logically speaking, statistically speaking, my best friend is sexy as fuck, and I'd like to hump her. And my wife, she's a, I will still stick my meat into my wife, although she is statistically, wait for it, 69% less attractive than my ex. Ugh. I couldn't get my point across. I wonder why. But even I thought that maybe these thoughts had been in my head, but only came out when I was drunk. My wife was shocked. Your wife was there?
Excuse me. I need your help. You need to kill me.
Okay. I know he said we were at a party, but I had assumed that he was talking about him and his friend were at a party. You said that in front of your wife?
I said, oh, jump scare.
All right, you already know what time it is. Here we go. Oons, 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 oons. Oons, 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 oons. Dude, you gotta get like me, bro. Yeah, this old fucking bag over here, she's pretty much a piece of shit compared to my ex. But I love her. Am I right, guys? Why do you keep stopping the music? What did I say? I'm just saying, logically, my ex had nicer nipples and breasts and a nicer body. And I'm saying my wife is a gross, disgusting piece of shit. Why is everybody disagreeing with me on that? I'm being objective. Oh boy, my wife was shocked. Yeah, sure. First week, she was so angry and wanted to understand what I meant, and nothing I said was good enough. I was drunk. That's not an excuse. I love her. I think she's the most beautiful woman. Okay. She thought being drunk made me say my true feelings. Then one morning, she said, you know, I've never felt as ugly as I felt this past week. I have always thought I am beautiful. Oh, baby girl, you are beautiful. Leave this man. She didn't cry this time, but she hasn't been happy since. I started crying and apologizing, but she was emotionless. It was the last time she looked at me too. She is taciturn? What the fuck is taciturn? She taking a turn ignoring you? We taking a turns ignoring each other. We taking a turns of fighting and a throwing at our fists. And we take a turn signing the divorce papers. Okay, is that a real word? Take a turn. I take a turn away, body got you turning me on in your life. But I got a beauty body being again. Oh, it is a word. The more you know. Taciturn. Reserved or uncommunicative in speech. Saying very little. I'm gonna steal that, especially when a man pissed me off. Boy, don't piss me off and make me go taciturn. What a fun word. Oh my God. Okay. She has lost 20 pounds and she works out 6 to 7 days a week. She never has free time with me. If she's not with the children or her family and friends, she's immersed in some book or has her headphones on. She's always fully clothed now, even in bed. She locks the bathroom door when she takes a shower. She is more active on social media too. She shares many pictures of herself and she thanks everyone who gives her a compliment. Before it was just pictures with our children and pets, but now it's her. Working out in sports bras and tights. I broke her and I don't know how to fix it. You don't. First and foremost, I'm so sorry to baby girl. As somebody who has had their confidence completely shattered at the hands of a partner, wow, that makes me extremely upset. And what the fuck does this man look like?
You're gonna have to stop. I'm getting queasy.
I'm sure he's no prize. Also, Yeah, you don't fix this. You take the L and you figure out how to co-parent, and you let your wife go be with somebody that actually loves and cares for her. That's what you do. That's what you do, baby. And then listen, I have 4 of these. Okay. So then you send your wife over to me and we hang out and we take shots and me and her have little girly time where we talk shit about you and you're probably mid pureness. Yeah. And then she can be like, my ex's dick was way better than my current one. And then me and her could be like, ha 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 ha. That's so funny. Ha ha. Laugh at your expense then, bitch. First comment. You say your damage control was worse. What else did you say that night and how long did you do it for? Yup, that's what I wanted to know. What's the damage? What even damage control? There's no damage control. What you do is you go, holy fuck, what I just said was awful and terrible. Like, you already said it, you already fucked up. But the least you can do is be like, I'm so fucked up for saying that, I'm sorry. You don't double down and go like, guys, I have created a PowerPoint presentation for the room wherein Jennifer, my wife. My ex, my wife. Now, if you'll compare the 2 images, you'll see that my ex has better facial symmetry. And also, if you look at my ex, she's thick with 3 C's. And if you look at my wife, she's only thick with 1. Your Honor, people of the jury, I rest my case. Get a grip, bro. Get a grip. She didn't cry this time. That says a lot. I also noticed that too. She's checked out of the marriage, yeah. The damage control, the damage control. Oh my God, let's see. What did he say? What did he say? Oh my God, I have to find the damage control on X. What the fuck? Okay, I feel like a fucking investigator figuring out all these links and shit. Okay, holy hell, the LP keeps blah, blah. Okay, so he said, I was only telling my friend that if he stopped looking for truly good looking women, then he might find happiness with a 6 like me.
I am leaving, and you can't stop me.
You guys ever feel like, I know that this is like a really, poetic and really just deep way to say this, but do you guys ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start over again? Because I think that was my 13th reason. So you guys are drinking. You're saying it loud enough over whatever is happening. Yeah, my wife's fucking ugly. Okay. Your best friend even was like, bro, what? And then you're like, dude. Shut up and listen to me, all right? I got the facts of life figured out. It's not about the beauty. If you stop looking for beautiful women, you can snag yourself a 6 like me. Add 2 more 6s to it, because that's what you are, bitch. 666, a fucking devil. What do you look like? Show me a picture. And also, I want your wife to make fun of your dick. I do. I hope she goes around to all your friends and says, oh, if you guys would lower your standards, you guys could find a 3 like me. And that's referring to his physical looks and the inches of his dick. I'm upset. Ooh, that's actually a good comment. You don't ruin a marriage with 1 sentence. This is the straw that broke the camel's back type stuff. Yeah, you already know that he's already telling her stupid shit on the daily. Well, that was just terrible. That was just let's move on. Okay, this one is another Am I the Devil? And it's called 6 months later. Divorcing my husband was a huge mistake. And the little synopsis of the other poster, not the original poster, but the person who reposted it in this sub, says, woman treats her husband like shit, cheats on him, divorces him, and comes to regret it 6 months later. Okay, now we got some equal representation. Okay. Because now we just had a guy that was a piece of shit. Now you get it. Now maybe they could be together. Oh God. This one is long, but worth it for everyone to read. Not her saying her own shit is worth. She said, bitch, I'm a fucking author up in here. Yeah, you're going to want to read my messy ass life. You're going to want to read this tea. Yeah. Yeah, I fucked up my whole marriage. Y'all going to want to get the hot tea on this. Y'all going to want to be front page and center. If I could give anyone a piece of advice for divorce, it would be to not do it under normal circumstances. What does that even fucking mean? What is normal circumstances to get divorced? Usually if you're to the point of divorce, you should get divorced. I don't know. You don't want to get divorced under normal circumstances, okay? Like, you know, cheating, irreparable disagreements, whatever the fuck that's called. No. You only want to get divorced when they're listening. You only want to get divorced when the ship lands. It's about to land. It's gonna land at the 15th hour of the 13th day, and that's when they'll get here. When the aliens touch down, you need to divorce your husband. Trust me. But if it's something regular, like domestic dispute, or, you know, maybe he's mean. No, you can't do that. You can only divorce him when the locusts start flooding in and the clouds turn to bugs. Then, and only then, you could probably get a divorce. Yeah. I already hate how she's writing also. It's very holier than thou. Just like, I pretty much, you know, do as I say, not as I do, but like, I'm just here to coach you guys, you know. If one person can learn from my mistakes, then I did something right. Yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus, it is long. Okay, I'll probably cut a good bit of this, but just nothing that's not relevant. But yeah, if your spouse is beating you or threatening you and your children, then of course get out fast. Okay, I'm glad she clarified that. I still don't know what normal circumstances is, because even if you have irreconcilable differences, that's still a good reason to, okay. In my case, there was no abuse. We were together for 8 years. That was mostly good. And we have 4 kids. Right around 5 years, I got a promotion at work, and I got it in my head that my ex-H was dragging me down. What the fuck is ex-husband, girl. Or at least holding me back from more success and a better life. We never had a lot of money, but with my promotion, I was now making more than he was. Okay, but you 2 incomes, even if one is less than the other one, is still better than just one. So I don't really see how he's hindering your success. I started working longer hours, and at the same time, his hours were cut, so he was home more. I really began to resent him because he was home and because he got to spend more time with our kids. Most nights when I got home, they were already getting ready for bed, if not already sleeping. After a few months of my new job, it was clear to me that things were not going well at home without me there. Some nights, the dishes weren't done when I got home, or the kids hadn't eaten, or whatever else I could think of to be mad at him about. It really didn't matter. He kept saying that he would try harder, but that it was hard being home all the time. That always made me really mad. For the next couple of years, things kept getting worse. My hours weren't any shorter, and his were on and off full time. And there's no convenient time for him to be working full time because of my hours. But we also need the money. Whenever he would tell me that he could get extra hours, I would always complain. And the less hours he worked, the more I complained that he wasn't bringing in enough money. Whenever he brought up the contradiction, I would tell him that he needed to figure it out. Hey, how y'all doing? Sorry, I had to take a little break. All right, where were we with this bitch? He kept saying that he would try harder, but that it was hard being home all the time. That always made me really mad. But I bet if the shoe was on the other foot and he was working a lot and you were complaining about being home, you would feel differently. You would be like, babe, I'm working so hard. I just put on a face mask. Babe, stop. I know you're doing overtime, but I just put a Hot Pocket in the microwave. All right. For the next couple of years, things kept getting worse. My hours weren't any shorter and his were on and off full time. There was no convenient time for him to be working full time because of my hours, so he can't work full time, but you're shitting on him for working full time.
What?
Okay. Whenever he told me that he could get extra hours, I would always complain. Girl. What do you want from him? When he doesn't work enough, you don't like that. But then when he tries to make up for it because he can probably tell you're bothered by it, you also don't like that. 2 + 2 is equaling gonorrhea. Okay, because the math is not making sense. Whenever he would tell me that he could get extra hours, I would always complain. And the less hours he worked, the more I complained that he wasn't bringing in enough money. Whenever he brought up the contradiction, I would tell him that he needed to figure it out. Oh, good. I knew that it would bother him, so I started saying that a lot. I knew that it would bother him, so I started saying it a lot and for everything that I could. So you're intentionally pissing off your partner. I knew that it was hurting him, but I didn't care. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and play matchmaker. I'm gonna hook you up with the person in the last story, because I think y'all would really fit in with each other and y'all can hurt each other's feelings together in perpetuity for eternity. Let the Lord say amen. If he didn't want to be hurt, then he would at least try to make me happy. He did. You didn't like it. I used that same thing to justify when I started to talk to another guy at work. So you're just a manipulative piece of shit. Just leave. Why do you have to Okay. I thought he was just a friend, but talking at work turned into texting at home and then pictures and videos and then trying to sneak some alone time with him. I thought we were just colleagues, but in the Monday meeting, I did show him my professionally, you guys. We have a deadline. I knew that it was wrong, but it made me feel so alive. And my husband had not made me feel like that in years, so you should leave him. I was tired of being unhappy and I was doing this for me. Yeah, I don't cheat for you. I'm cheating for me. Baby, you always told me that I should go after what makes me happy. And what makes me happy is Mark in the cubicle next door's dick. Baby, please, don't call me selfish. I'm just trying to do what you said and make myself happy. The worst was the night that I came home at a reasonable time and found out that he had cleaned the whole house, cooked the whole family dinner, and picked out a movie for all of us to watch together. That's the worst? That your husband was caring? So you just get home from a long day of work and you notice that everything is done and cared for and you're like, my fucking bitch of a husband cared? This would have made me swoon a couple years earlier, but that night I couldn't even look at him and I pretended to be sick. I spent the rest of the night in bed while he sexted. I spent the rest of the night sexting my coworker while he waited on me and checked on me and even made me different food and brought it to me in bed. It made me feel terrible. And then it made me angry that he made me feel that way. And by the end of the night, I was texting the other guy. Wait. I have nothing else to say, because what the fuck? I knew that was gonna happen. I did it anyway. What the hell? So your husband lovingly cooked the family a meal and then cooked you a separate meal and then cleaned the house. And you're like, oh God, I feel bad now because I'm cheating. But you made me cheat, so that's not my fault. And how dare you take care of me? Ma'am, I think you need to be locked away. I think you've committed a crime against humanity. But you don't even sound like a human. You sound like a skinwalker. So you've committed a crime of mythical proportions. Yeah, I may have cheated, but you made me feel bad about it, so you're the asshole. Fuck, my husband cooked and cleaned? How dare he? I gotta go cheat. Over the next month or two from that night, it did not matter what he did. He was wrong just for breathing most days. He would get so upset with how I was treating him, and I would just wait and egg him on into losing it because I knew it would happen eventually. I think this is one of like the worst ones I've read, honestly. I think truly you should be put on some kind of list. After most of the fights we had, he would apologize for whatever I told him he did wrong, if there even was something. Okay, but I never did. I would usually find a way to make him feel even worse. I knew that I was right because he was wrong, and that was all that mattered to me. I even pretended that I didn't care when he found out about my relationship with the guy from work. It really destroyed me inside to see him holding back tears, but I wasn't going to let him see that.
She's not a Christian!
He was at his weakest, and that was when I chose to tell him that I wanted a divorce. I'm getting upset. So you waited until you fucking broke your husband to then be like, okay, now I'm leaving. Why didn't you do that before? Why did you put him through all that? And y'all have kids? So you're creating this terrible home environment because you can't just leave your husband? Yeah, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, there's still so much more. Oh my God, there's still so much more. Okay. He was at his weakest when I chose to tell him I wanted a divorce. I could almost hear his heart shattering inside his chest, and then I ate it. He talked and fought and said that we could work through it together. I really wasn't interested in fixing our marriage, no shit, but I mostly ended things with the other guy, but only because I knew I could get it back if I wanted it. I could see that he was trying, and occasionally I would let him know, but for the most part, I kept being a huge bitch to him for any and all reasons that I could think of. I'm not sure how much more the man could have done to make me happy besides finding a job that paid enough for me to not have to work at all. There it is, you fucking harpy. So you wanted to say that I'm making too much money for him, and then you want to bitch at him for being home too much because you wanted to be home. And then when he tried to pick up extra shifts so you could probably work towards that eventually, you bitched at him. Oh, I can't do this. All right. He said that he was looking, but looking and finding are two different things. It was around this time that I discovered this group and a few others. I started posting things about him from my perspective only, and I got so much positive feedback for how I was feeling, and I knew I was right. Yeah, nothing like getting validation from the echo chamber of the internet. The more I posted, the more validation I got. Girl boss too close to the sun. Did your girl boss too close to the sun? It wasn't just me who knew that ex-husband wasn't worth keeping around. I had the whole internet telling me how terrible he is. I started saying awful things to him and even outright ignoring him. I was so confident with mine and everyone else's opinion that I contacted a lawyer. Within a couple weeks, I had filed for a divorce. I continued to use this site and a couple others to validate my feelings and for encouragement to go through with it. And finally, it was done. Yeah, you want to go to the internet with people that see a blip of your relationship rather than talk to your partner. Always. 100%. That's solid. It went pretty smoothly. Ex-husband didn't ask for much besides to not get divorced and try to work it out. I didn't care about that though. He was broken, but I was free. He was a loser, but I was doing great. I could do whatever I wanted without having to feel any guilt or answer to anybody. It was an amazing feeling of freedom. It didn't last long though. In the first month after he moved out, I missed garbage day 3 times. There was also rarely a single clean dish, and the laundry sat in piles so long that I had to start doing sniff tests to see if it could be worn again. So you was bitching that he wasn't doing shit around the house, but then you realize how much shit he actually was doing around the house, and also you miss him because you wanted a butler, not because you actually miss him. I also never saw my kids more miserable. My oldest had seen some of the message from the other guy months earlier, and she knew that ex-husband still wanted to try to work it out. It didn't take her long to stop talking to me at all, except to say that she wanted to go to ex-husband's house. The others all told me that they wanted to live with ex-husband too. I did my best to try to make them happy, but I ended up just buying them toys all the time, and that happiness only lasted minutes. I also was having a lot of trouble with work. Being alone, I couldn't work all these extra hours that I was expected to. I finally gave in and started calling ex-husband to watch the kids. He would always come over as soon as he could, and he always asked me if I needed anything. When I would get home, I would find clean dishes and laundry and even dinner sometimes. He would never say too much after I got home. He would just say to call him if I needed anything and leave. One night, he took out the garbage and brought it to the curb because it was garbage night and I forgot again. He always looked so sad when it was time to go. Finally, a couple of months, my friends convinced me to go on a date. It was for dinner and a movie, and I was excited and hopeful, but at dinner, I started getting an overwhelming feeling of guilt. It got so bad that I ended up not even going to the movie. Yeah, I took the free dinner, but I couldn't bear to go see Sinners with him. I just couldn't do it. I was so devastated that I'm such a bad person. A week and about a million tears later, boohoo bitch, I was on a therapist's couch. I told her everything that happened, starting with the promotion that I got at work. She did not agree with me or with any of the encouragement of the divorce I got. I ended up in her office 2 and sometimes 3 times a week. She had the straitjacket waiting for me. I'm kidding, I added that part. And the more that I talked to prove that I was right, the more that I started to see how wrong I was. It was truly heartbreaking. I don't know if I cried as much in my whole life as I did in the first month in her office. After about $2,000 of therapy sessions, I learned that my ex-husband had his faults, but I figured out that mine were much worse. Yes, I did many awful things and said awful things that I wouldn't want to be with me, but he did. I still remember him asking me in the meeting with the lawyer to please not go through with it. I did go through with it though, and then later I bragged on here how great it felt. I was so wrong, and now I can see it. A couple weeks ago, I went outside with him when he was leaving the house. I asked him about getting back together. When he looked at me, his eyes were full of tears, and a couple went down his cheeks. He told me that he didn't know if he could. He said that the pain has been too much for too long, and that if we got back together, that I might just turn around and do it again. He said that he always thought I would realize how much he loved me and stop until I signed the divorce papers and let out a big, over-exaggerated sigh of relief. You guys are signing the divorce papers in the office with the lawyer, and you're like, sign. Whoo! Thank God. I can't wait to get away from this fucking loser, right? Am I right? This fucking 6 over here? What a fucking dork. He said that hurt him more than anything else and that he doesn't know if he can ever trust me again. I don't blame him. I destroyed a man who, looking back, was a great husband. I deprived my kids of having a great father in the house with them, and I took his kids away from him. And me, the one who pushed for the divorce expecting happiness and a life of freedom, spent all my free time sitting at home or sitting on a therapist's couch. Please don't just take the advice of anyone on this site or any other about getting a divorce. If your marriage is bad, look at yourself first and see if you can make changes. This is advice for men and women. Totally free unless you want to pay for my course. Getting divorced is not fun. Being divorced is not fun. And seeing your husband broken and your children never happy because of your actions is the most painful experience that I can imagine. I wish all of you well and hope that you give your marriages a second chance. Thanks, Buddha. That was really lovely of you. Someone said, apologize, bacon. What did you bring to the relationship with your husband who, by interpreting your words, brought you unconditional love? Could you tell us exactly what you are missing from the marriage aside from the fact that being single is hard work? Yeah. Okay, a lot of people in the comments saying they're like dealing with similar significant other stories, so I guess this is not super uncommon. I think she's a fucking monster, but I will say at least she realized by the end of it that she's an asshole. That's really the bare minimum, but she did do it, so tiny baby clap for her. But also, leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. You don't need to be with anybody for a while, honestly. I don't even really know what to say. I'm kind of speechless with that. That one was just a lot. We got 2 more Am I the Devil, and then I have a Nice Girls. And then we're gonna end it. This one is from True Off My Chest, but it was reposted in Am I the Devil, and it's called The Blowjob River Ran Dry. Oh, God. We are on the verge of a civil war and World War III, but god damn it, I draw the line at the blowjob river running dry. I'm so frustrated, sexually, and just normally frustrated. I have an awesome wife and daughter. I love them dearly, but there's one small issue. I haven't had a job in a year. Oh my god, you poor baby. When I first met my wife, she would go down on me all the time. She'd let me fuck her face. When I first met my wife, she was slobbering all over this knob, and it was great. She would let me skull fuck her, bend her neck over the bed so I can get deeper and more. Since we married, that's basically stopped, like altogether. Yeah, do you guys not know that when you get married, there's like in your marriage license, there is a clause that you don't have to give blowjobs anymore because you only have to give blowjobs when you're dating. Please, give a blowjob when I'm married? What do I look like, a floozy? When it comes to my birthday or Christmas, I just tell her, all I want is a job. And I know this sounds ungrateful, but it's not what I get. Oh my god, she got me a PS5. She got me a PS5 but no job. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm gonna get GTA 6 before I get a job. And also I could picture him like his birthday's coming around. He's just like hanging around the corner. He's like, my birthday's coming up. Do you wanna deep throw me? Like, he's just in the corner like, babe, oh my god, I don't want a new set of golf clubs. Suck my dick for the love of God. What the hell? A few months ago, there was something she really wanted me to do, and I didn't. She bribed me with a blowjob, and it never came, and neither did he. Whoa. Okay. And she said one of my Christmas presents was a blowjob, and it also didn't happen. He's got like an Excel sheet of times she's offered to blow him and didn't. Like, just pouting in the corner. Christmas fucking sucks now. I don't even get blown anymore. What the hell? Even Santa probably gets his North Pole slobbed on. The fuck? I hate it. I love her, but I can't go the rest of my life without a blowjob. I know / guess the woman reading this won't understand. I've began dreaming about my ex in my early 20s. She was an animal when it came to blowjobs. Yeah, she fucking ran up like a damn bear. Literally the same clip from before. Come on, England!
Come on, England!
She was an animal when it came to blowjobs. She would give them whilst I sleep. So that could be assault, right? I mean, I know. Obviously, in this situation, he's saying it's consensual, but that's worrying. Anyways, how do you see a sleeping body and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna blow the shit out of it? I mean, I don't know. I know people do that, but like for me, it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, whenever I asked when I had a rough day or at work or just because, yeah, because you guys were in your early 20s and she probably didn't figure out that you don't have to blow your man every 4 fucking seconds when you're a full-fledged frontal lobe formed at all. Anyways, I work 2 jobs. One full-time at the office, one part-time remote. And the only kind of job I want is a blowjob. To provide for my family and to ensure they have everything they want and need. I sacrifice so much, babe. Just touch my penis. And all I want is for my wife to sacrifice 5 to 10 minutes and give me a blowjob. I know she doesn't like doing it. Me either, sis. My jaw be hurting. Anyways, but I fucking love the feeling of it. Just a rant. I don't really know what else to do. Hey, it's almost 2026. Fleshlight, microwaved cantaloupe, sex robot, break your own ribs or have them removed so you can blow yourself. What the fuck? First comment, sorry if you mentioned this, but do you go down on her? I'm willing to bet he doesn't. Are you having sex generally? Have you asked her in a calm tone, looking for understanding why she doesn't want to do? No, you know he's like, Beam, please, come on. Just one job. What the hell? I had a really bad day. Babe, blow me. Start yoga and do it yourself. That's what I said. That's what I said. On to the other one. Am I the asshole because I ate more than my share of a 6-foot party sub last night? What I thought would be a total non-issue has ballooned into a huge problem. And I'm up at 7:05 a.m. dealing with it. I figured while I wait for a text, I could post this here and see if what I did was really that bad. I'm a big fat ass. There's no way around it. I love to eat, which probably borders on addiction, but I figure since I'm only hurting myself, it's probably better to just live my life. I have some great friends, although there's no doubt I'm the harmless, funny, token fat guy of the otherwise pretty good looking group. I guess that sets the stage enough. Last night, my friend hosted UFC and I was invited. He got a 6-foot party sub. I also brought homemade wings that are sort of my specialty. Well, of course, people flocked to the food and I had basically one serving of the sandwich, but people devoured my wings and I didn't get to have a single one, which is totally fine. That's why I brought them. But maybe an hour later, I was starving. I kept eyeing the sandwich and I'd say there was about 3 feet of it left. I waited an hour, then another hour, and no one had touched it, but they were still munching on chips, pretzels, and whatnot. So I was like, screw it. I took about half of what was left and ate it. Then the last half sat for another 10 to 15 minutes and no one said anything, so I ate the rest. Well, to be sure, as I was swallowing the last bite, the host's girlfriend asked where the sandwich was. Like I was the guilty party, pretty much everyone pointed at me. I guess they'd noticed me eating the sandwich. She was furious and said that I was an incredible pig and that I had been super selfish to eat 3 feet of a sandwich. I felt so bad. I tried to explain to her that I really did wait over an hour and thought people had lost interest. I also tried to explain how everyone had eaten my fabulous famous wings and I hadn't even got a single one. And she said something along the lines of, you brought them to share, Alan. Oh, Alan is okay. Such a fitting name. If someone had eaten over half of them by themselves, that's not fucking sharing, is it? I offered to order pizza or even go get Subway, and she said that it was a pathetic offer because the party sub had been from a local shop owned by her friends. I said I was sorry, but the night was so tense from then on out. I woke up this morning to several texts from my twin sisters, the host girlfriend's best friends, saying that I had to get my shit under control and that everyone is really mad at me and that I embarrassed myself that night. I tried to explain to them what my mindset had been and they haven't responded. Was I an asshole for eating that much of the sandwich? I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion here. Were you an asshole for eating 3 feet of a 6 feet sandwich? First of all, how do you even eat that much sandwich? I'm honestly impressed. But yes, but also if he's offering to get other food, like at least he's offering, you know, like maybe not, it's not going to be the same thing, but he's not leaving you high and dry, girl. It's a bologna sandwich. Get the fuck over it. Like local sub shop is cool, but like a sandwich is a sandwich. And y'all not going to like that answer. I could tell.
I'm just saying that all this time I've been looking around these parts for the asshole, and the whole time it was me. Yeah, and if you're not watching this and you're just listening to it, then you missed that visual effect, and that's pretty fucking sad. And scene. Everybody go home.
Here I am. Premium content, especially because I'm about to be on my way.
My favorite snack is frozen fruit snacks, and I bit into one yesterday and cracked my whole tooth open. Woo! So, yeah, alright. Obviously, what in the fuck? Alright, number one, 6-foot sandwich. Okay, I'm thinking of a Subway 6-inch because that's what I've been programmed to think. And I've been around men my whole life, so my viewpoint of 6 inches is not accurate. It's, you know, it's probably closer to like 3 or 4. Who knows? Who knows math? I don't know. I just know that my perception of 6 inches is probably not real. So I'm thinking of, so you should already assume I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. And honestly, that's men's fault for lying about what 6 inches is. Anyway, I'm thinking of Subway, half of a $5 foot long. Needless to say, a 6-footer, where? In my area? Is he single? A 6-foot sandwich and you ate 3 feet of it? I'm 5'5", so you ate almost half of me. No, you did, what? Okay, so this is why I shouldn't do math. I'm 5'5", so you ate over half of me as a human being. And you're an eater, sir. Holy shit, am I impressed. That's the best I've ever been eaten, if it were real, okay? Damn. Literally the best and only time to use this old vine.
Oh my God! Can you eat pussy like that?
Okay, so, yeah, that's fucking insane. Why would you do that? And also, yes, nobody got, or you didn't get to eat your own wings, but you make your own wings. They're kind of your specialty. So just make yourself some more. And also, I apologize to the sister or the host girlfriend or whoever, because hello, if I put a party on, I want my party to go exactly how I want. And I want to get the things, I want people to enjoy it the way that I intend for it. Now, obviously, can you guarantee that? No. But she went to her friend's, I almost said sweatshop. What the hell? Sweet. Sub shop. She want to support her friend, and she want to get food from her friend's sub shop. I keep wanting to say sweatshop. What the fuck? Maybe it's because I'm in the holiday spirit. And I just know that all of the Black Friday gifts are brought to you by children in other countries that get paid 12 cents. Okay, sorry, hello. ADHD's on 5,000 today. Y'all like to point out my ADHD? Yes, I have it. So, if you buy a sub from your friend's sub shop, then yes, you want to fucking eat it. It's probably also more money because it's like a mom and pop. And also, unless she's a franchisee of a Subway. Semantics. But also, maybe she wanted to put her other friends on to her friend's business. Be like, look how good this is. Like, y'all go support her, blah, blah. And this motherfucker comes through and wow, just fucking good morning.
Okay, you are the asshole. Eat before you go to a party so you don't have to do that again. I'm also a heavy eater. I'd never even consider eating that much of something at a party or get together. Letting it sit for an hour doesn't mean anything. And he was probably counting down the minutes. He's like, 47 minutes. 13 minutes left, and then I'm gonna devour that sandwich. Others might have just been waiting to grab it after the fight. You said in a comment you polished it off during the fight. The wings proved the point. You were bummed that others ate all the wings and you didn't get a chance to have any, just like the people complaining about the sandwich they brought. Okay, you are the asshole. She has a good point. You ate a ridiculous amount of food. It sounds like this is an ongoing problem. I mean, yeah, if you're just eating everything in sight, then you definitely should prepare more. But like, I think compared to that last Am I the Asshole story, like nothing's really topping that for me personally. All right, here's the Nice Girls. Title is debated posting this, but it's too insane not to. The girl says, I definitely will not think that. I think we are on the same page. So I hope you don't think I'm just using you either. I think we have great compatibility in many ways and are actually matched. So I'd love to continue that and maintain a friendship. He said, I agree. I'm still in the don't want to do anything with anyone stage of whatever I'm going through, but I'm glad to know you feel this way. She said, see you soon, Count your days and say your goodbyes to everything you worked so hard for. What are you talking about? Don't even respond or I'll fire you. This is his boss? What the hell? Don't block me or you'll lose your house and your job. I know exactly who you are, and you're about to get fucked by me one last time. She pegging? They pegging? During office hours? We were meant to meet, and you are about to lose everything. You're a pig and a cunt. You're an abuser and a liar. This entire time I have been your boss, and everyone knew but you. What? My family and I are very powerful, and you fucked up majorly when you took advantage of my body. We own this city, and you'll never find work again. No. We've poisoned the meatballs. Again, I'm so sorry to the Italians, but your voice works very well for fuckboys and also scary people. So maybe that's a compliment. You're fuckable and scary. Our meeting was fated. You had no idea who I really was or who I work for. This was a sting. Ooh, not a sting. Additionally, my husband, are you married? Is a very jealous man. I can only imagine the torture he's dreamed up for you. Watch your asshole in prison. So this is you getting validation and attention from me one last time and a warning for you to start saying goodbye to the outside world. You mistook my kindness for weakness. Big mistake. I have proof of your coercion. I have witnesses through your friends who work for the media. You're a really dumb fucking bitch. Coercion doesn't necessarily sound like, yeah, we're really sexually compatible. I really enjoy being around you. We should be friends. You fucking cunt. Your apartment complex is owned by my family. The entire strip you live on is, and you can try to run, but you cannot hide. We are everywhere. You're a disgrace to your family, and you will never be going home. All of our interactions were recorded. Everywhere you go, you're being watched. You have been watched well before I met you, and meeting me was an opportunity for reform, which you didn't take. So now, you get to be finished by me one last time. Additionally, you have the grossest dick I've ever seen in my life. And you're right, it is tiny. Damn. What did he do? What did he do? I need to know. What happened? I would keep the hair if I were you because that might save you a little in prison from being a #1 bitch. Did you do the weather report today? Because it's cloudy with the chance of you're a bitch. Did you predict that it was going to be storming pain? Hope you have an umbrella. August is coming. Start the farewells now. You really weren't listening when I said my father was head at Guantanamo? What in the fucking Alcatraz? What the hell? Watch an episode of Scandal. And maybe you'll start to understand who I am. Yeah, Shonda Rhimes, me and her, we're locked in. Some journalist. Okay, I need context. Here we go. Context, we were seeing each other for like 2 weeks and I asked if she had any interest in being exclusive. She said she didn't want me sleeping with anyone else, but she wanted to sleep with other people. So I ended things. And the mental health issues I was going through just made me not want to even deal with it. Then over a year later, totally unprompted, I got this. I ended up calling the police to file a report the next morning, and I wasn't the only one who made one about her that same morning. Wow, so she was busy. Additional context, I'm a broadcast meteorologist, hence the weather line, which now that I look back was kind of fire. What the hell? Did the weather show you there's a 60% chance of me hating you? All right, well, that's pretty much it because I want to wash all this off. I feel crusty, dusty, musty. All right, but you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe or I'll beat the shit out of you, you fucking dumb cunts. I'm just kidding. I love you so much. I would never do it. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. I would never. Unless you make me. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really have nothing else to say, so thanks for being here. I have to pee so bad. Okay, bye.
Got you lost in ecstasy, but there's no you and me and we. You look so pretty when you cry. Oh, how sweet you thought you tried.